Hello, EDU 304 and EDU 410. This is your instructor, the newly minted Dr. Berg, speaking to you from a very quiet campus at the University of Sioux Falls on Wednesday. What is today even? Wednesday, March 18th is the recording of this video. And what I wanted to do was to send this out via email prior to resuming courses in an online format on Monday, March 23rd. As a way of, first of all, encouraging you. I do hope that you're well, and I hope that you're making the most of this time, whatever that means. For some of you, it might mean that you are spending some time you wouldn't otherwise with family and friends back home. For others of you, maybe it's just an opportunity to Sabbath and to rest a little bit. I hope that you're able to do that and catch up on some Netflix shows, read a novel for fun, take a walk if the weather is nice, intermittently. But I also recognize that there is probably a good deal of anxiety in your hearts and your minds as we make this shift from on-campus, face-to-face learning to this virtual online environment. And so this is just a video for both of my on-campus undergraduate courses, EDU 304 and 410, to give you kind of the 30,000 foot view of what you might expect as we sort of begin to engage this online environment on Monday. And so on both of your MyUSF pages, what I have done is I have restructured the homepage so that there is an introductory tour video that's going to give you more specifics about your particular course. And I recognize some of you are in both courses, so you'll want to view both of those. But this video is designed to just kind of give you an overview, to sort of calm the nerves a little bit, and to encourage you that we are going to make it through this, one way or the other. All right, so let's jump into it. The first thing I want to note in the blue here is that I have attached a syllabus addendum, as I've called it, which is just basically an updated schedule based on the extended spring break, based on the kind of virtual environment we're operating in now. So please print that out or save that onto your desktop or wherever is convenient, so that you're in tune, in sync with me as we're moving through the next several months of this course. As of now, and again, the recording of this is Wednesday, March 18th, so we may hear new news in another day or two. But as of now, the plan for the University of Sioux Falls is to migrate all on-campus courses online beginning March 23rd, and that's supposed to extend for 2 weeks through Friday, April 3rd. My assumption moving into this, just for planning purposes, for myself and for you, is that our course will be online for the rest of the semester. Now, I don't know that that's the case. USF has not said that that's the case. And if it's not, and we meet each other again in the middle of April, fantastic. It's going to make our lives 100% easier. But just for the sake of clarity, as we plan and move forward, I am assuming we will be online in this virtual environment for the foreseeable future. Okay? My goal moving forward as we transition into online is that, to the best of my ability, I would not sacrifice the rigor, the integrity, or the value of this course, even though you're getting it in a virtual environment. There are obviously some components of both courses. In EDU 304, I'm thinking about the graded project experience, interacting with a real teacher. And for EDU 410, I'm thinking of the practicum experience, 12 hours in a middle school classroom. Those are experiences that I will not be able to simulate completely in the virtual environment, but we will do our best as we move forward. Okay? And keeping in mind that there's going to be some stress, and there's going to be some frustration, and there are going to be some growing pains. There's going to be some mistakes and some miscommunications as we do this. Please think the best of me and my intentions as we move forward. Keep in mind that my goal is to see you grow and to see you succeed and to see you get an equal experience to students who may have taken these courses on campus last semester or last year. Okay? And so if there's ever a time where you're feeling overwhelmed and you're feeling like you don't understand what Berg is expecting of you, please communicate to me. Begin with an email, and if I need to call you or we need to meet online in a chat format like this, then we will proceed as necessary. But please reach out. I have a theory that although there are many things that are being lost as we move to an online environment, in some ways our communication with each other will actually be enhanced in an online environment if we take advantage of the tools that we have. Okay, so keep that in mind as we move forward. A few other notes here. I'm going to get rid of that. This next note about usage data is not meant to be a threat to you in any way, but I do just want to notify you that I'm able to pull stat usage data on your account as far as when you log into MyUSF, where you go on MyUSF, what you do on MyUSF, and I will pull that to ensure that you're getting the work done. One temptation that I see in students that move to an online course for the first time is that sometimes they don't feel quite the push, the drive. They don't feel quite the necessity to be as engaged in an online environment as they would be in a face-to-face environment. And I don't want you to sacrifice. I don't want you to lose any of the knowledge or the skills or the information as we transition to an online environment. So I will be expecting you to complete the assignments, view the videos, and so forth within the timelines that I've noted in the addendum or the schedule that's attached to this email. If you are somebody who's unable to access your textbooks because they're back in your dorm room or whatever the case is, just email me and let's handle that on a case-by-case basis. And then it should probably go without saying, but all experiential learning, whether that be practicum or the HOSA event or the Ed Camp or Grade a Project meetings, let's just go ahead and suspend all of those at this point and just assume that they're canceled, and I will provide you, to the best of my ability, with the resources you need moving forward. Okay, as I noted at the beginning of this video, there is a more specific video for each of the courses, 304 and 410, that will be posted on the homepage of MyUSF. But I just wanted to kind of give you a 30,000-foot overview of how we're going to proceed moving forward. And so what I'm going to do is I'm gonna take right where we stopped in our face-to-face courses, and I'm just going to begin developing modules moving forward. And we'll just go ahead and start with number 1, and we will continue to move through the curriculum as I had planned. It'll just be adapted to a virtual environment. And so another announcement I ought to make is that I'm going to extend all deadlines so that the earliest anything is due is March 29th. Just to give you that first week back in an online environment to kind of just pick up the pieces and sort of get used to and comfortable with this new environment. So I'm going to divide the course into 5 major mods, and I'm going to address 304 first, and then we'll get to 410. But you can see 304 that I have several modules here, and I have the themes that we're going to be working with. Each of these modules will be a separate tab on the left-hand side of MyUSF. And you'll be able to go ahead and click on Module 1 Homework, and then it'll pull up the new page, and you'll see a kind of an introductory video where I sort of give you an overview of that module. Then you will see some lecture videos, and over on the right-hand side, you'll see some documents. There might be some note sheets. There might be some assignment templates. There might be some readings that I'm asking you to complete. And then you will be asked to either complete some sort of assignment or some sort of discussion forum by way of taking attendance for that module in that time period. So please, again, consult the attached schedule, the addendum to the syllabus, to be sure that you are keeping pace appropriately as we're moving through this material going forward. I'll speak to this in just a moment, but a reminder that we're also, in addition to those 5 modules, you kind of have several other modules that will be happening simultaneously. The Enneagram, the Grade a Project, your final D2 rubric and meeting with me virtually and reflection, and then of course a final exam. All of those will be components that will also be required of you, but will not necessarily be part of modules 1 through 5. So in terms of the Enneagram, I'm going to begin just uploading brief 10 to 15 minute lectures over each Enneagram number, and there will be note sheets attached to each one of those. And my encouragement to you is that as we proceed through the next 6 weeks or so, you're viewing those, you're completing the note sheets, so you're in good position to complete that Enneagram reflection come the end of the semester. The same will be true of the Grade Project. I am going to provide you with student examples of work. I am going to provide you with rubrics and so forth to sort of simulate that experience, but the expectation is you are continuing to work on that periodically throughout the next 6 to 8 weeks of the course. As far as EDU 410, your course is going to be structured very similarly. We're going to begin with Module 1 here on Monday, where we get into adult advocates and advisory. You'll have a video tour. Each one of these mods will be posted to the left-hand side of MyUSF. You'll click on Mod 1. You'll see an introductory tour. You'll see a lecture video. You'll have note templates. You'll have assignment templates. You'll have readings that you can do, and you'll be required to complete either some sort of assignment or some sort of forum response, in addition to your ongoing quizzes from the textbook reading. As we work through these modules, you will also have an additional module centered around the practicum experience. What I'm envisioning at this point is a series of videos that I will be posting that I'll ask you to view, to complete some sort of reflection assignment, and to post that onto MyUSF in order to gain credit for that. And then again, come the end of this course, I also expect that there will be a final exam via MyUSF. The final note that I want to make is that there will be times that are denoted in the syllabus addendum, the new schedule, that are synchronous learning. And what that means is those are particular days or times where I am going to ask you to log in to meet with a small group of people, either to work on a group project, to plan a presentation, or whatever the case might be. At this point, I'm not sure if I'll be using Microsoft Teams for that, if I'll be using Zoom conferencing, WebEx conferencing. That sort of remains to be seen. But just stay posted with that and be sure to look into those modules and anticipate if there are times that we will actually be meeting together to work through that. And again, I will try to communicate all of that to you in that introductory video for each module. All right, that about does it for this overview. Here's your assignment for Monday. After viewing this video, after viewing the addendum, the updated schedule, now I task you with this. Go to your MyUSF page for your respective class, whether that be 304 or 410, and view the introductory video as we move into online learning. And then, if you have any questions, please email me so we can get the conversation started. But don't email me at this point if you can avoid it. I'd rather you go to your respective course and see some more detailed description about that particular course before you flood my inbox with questions, okay? So go ahead, go to those courses. You may begin working prior to Monday. All of Module 1 is open at this point. Go ahead, play around with it, explore a little bit. And like I said, don't be a stranger. I am here. Let me know if you have questions or concerns. All right? Take care, everyone. Be safe, and I'll talk to you soon.